guys. Thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
Worries.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Cristo, I have to start with you. Did Dani ever get to see a tulip?
You know what's funny? That I mean, I have to check, but I saw that apparently there was always a tulip in the living room.
Behind my head.
Behind
there?
Isaac's
Oh
head.
There always was.
So I don't know if I will have to ask if that was on purpose or not. But
Behind me.
so maybe he didn't notice it, but the tulip was there. But
No, but people said that maybe he wanted to see one in the ground.
yeah. Maybe he wanted to see one in real life, not just one day.
I like that it was just the singular tulip. He didn't want to see the whole field, just the one. I think that was my favorite part of that.
One real tulip in the ground,
Yeah.
not a dead one.
Who doesn't want to see that?
Another Dani related question. I low-key think he might be the funniest character in the whole show. He's had some incredible lines. What is your favorite Dani line?
Oh God. Well, first of all, I'm just grateful and thankful that the writers have given Dani so hilarious lines and makes things easier and yeah, the moments have been great. And I mean, a line that it's hard to choose one because I like the mucho joy. I mean, of course, the football is life, but I think, I mean, right now you even said it, the tulip situation, the scene is going places, and it seems that people are loving it, and it's also a scene that stands out. I mean, again, Dani Rojas is funny, but it's not just because Dani Rojas is funny; it's because of the other characters that are with him and throw him. In this case, the amazing cast. That it's all teamwork, so that's why it works. That's why probably now my favorite scene is the Amsterdam scene in the hotel, because all of us are there. You witness all the camaraderie, and that's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, Cole, I wanted to ask you about that too. Obviously the pillow fight scene was very fun and it was fun to watch, but like, what are those scenes like with everyone? Because it seems like the chemistry across the entire cast is so great that like any pairing or any one-liner, it all just works.
It takes a while for us to get warmed up. You know, the room gets very hot. Yeah, it's great. It's great. You know, that scene, that was a whole day that we were in that hotel lobby, and you know, we genuinely were like frustrated, and we had to get so many shots, and you know, some people got to go home.
I got to go home, yeah, because I went into the Amsterdam. I went into the night, so yeah, I got to go home early. I stayed there and I watched behind the monitors, just laughing at everything. It was so good.
You know, and we tried different things. You know, we tried to spice it up each time, and you know, when we get the scene, you know, Jason, Brendan, Joe Kelly, like they always say to us, "Oh man, we have this episode, but this scene, but this, like, you know, see, let's just do it, try it a completely different way, and then see what works, you know, and then sometimes that makes it into the final cut."
Days after the pillow fight, we all have feathers in our clothes and in our body. Yeah, crazy.
Billy, I'm wondering, I mean, I'm sure there's been such a response to Colin's storyline, and especially I think the way that you described the two lives and the ache. What has that been like, and how much pressure did you feel to deliver that scene and really just this season for him?
Yeah, I think because there was a few references to it, and there's a couple of references that some of the fans kind of caught onto in season 2. So I got, you know, an insight into seeing the excitement of and the joy of the tweets, basically, and then we tackled a lot of it in season 3. So knowing how important it was and how important it was for people to feel represented in Ted Lasso, with a gay character and a gay footballer, and you know, knowing that it's so important in sport as a whole. Yeah, there was pressure with that, but something I really wanted to do.
Just quickly, I know I'm running out of time, but Billy, I was reading a quote from you recently saying that we try our best to show the world that we can live in a utopia in a way, and that's like what Ted Lasso does. So I was just wondering if each of you could just describe what that means to you about the world that Ted Lasso creates and shows everyone who watches it.
I can start off on that one. Ted Lasso creates a world where people have just a little bit more patience, for one another, and it kind of says to you, if you just stop and listen and don't let, and just emotions aside, and just kind of listen to each other just a little bit more, it's amazing what you can achieve.
Yeah, I think for me, being on the set since season 1 and reading those scripts and then the vibe and the energy on set, it's hard. I really felt so positive being on that set, and with the introduction to last season of Sharon, they're talking about therapy and just trying to better yourself, really. So, I think personally, for me, being on set, I've become a better person. So, if that can be outside in the real world, then yeah, I mean, it works.
Yeah, I think something that to me stands out is every single time I talk to people that watch the show, they go like, I expected Keely to be very mean, and then that doesn't happen. Or I expected this to react. Now with Colin's amazing storyline, I expected Trent Crimm to go and tell him off, or speak to the newspapers. And I just think that shows that being kind, it's good and it's a superpower. And instead of sometimes reacting the way you can react it in a negative way, you can react in a positive way. So kindness is important, and being kind is important.
Yeah, it's kind of like the other side of the coin, because you would expect people to act a certain way because that's what you've seen your entire life. You've seen people backstab each other.
But that doesn't mean that's the
What
answer.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's just like what if, and it's the what if.
All right, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Goodbye.